My name is Amanda Ortiz Molina. I grew up in Colombia, where I studied economics at the Los Andes University. Currently, I am a PhD candidate in the history department in Binghamton University in New York. I study colonial Latin America, and I am interested in the history of capitalism and the everyday economic life of colonial societies. The title of my dissertation is The Financial World of New Granada from 1700 to 1810, Asserting and Contesting Colonial Rule. I study colonial credit markets such as loans or sales on credit in the Spanish colony of New Granada, what today is Colombia and parts of Ecuador. In Spanish America, the crown forbade institutions of financial intermediation such as banks. So I study how people relied on networks or interpersonal exchanges to engage in these financial practices. Most of the literature in colonial Latin America studies credit or these financial practices as a world of the elite. In my dissertation, I argue that elites and non-elites, such as indigenous peoples, enslaved or free blacks, also participated in these financial practices. I argue that colonial financial exchanges might have provided elites and non-elites with pathways to negotiate, resist, or adapt to power dynamics. And given New Granada's diverse social, racial, and even environmental contexts, I approach financial practices as a flexible system that adapted to the realities of everyday economic life. I have presented sections of my dissertation in the World Economic History Congress and in economic history colloquiums in Colombia. I have presented a part of my dissertation where I study elites such as miners, enslaved owners, and merchants, and non-elites such as the enslaved or free black people in a Spanish frontier, which was a gold mining and slave-based economy, and I study how elites and non-elites engaged in financial practices in this context. I recently joined the BHC, but I wanted to attend because I saw that there are a lot of spaces and opportunities for emerging scholars, not only to share their research, but also to participate in workshops so that we can reflect about doing research from methodologies to writing, and also workshops on career paths within and outside academia. And I find that very important for emerging scholars.